I don't know if this is working, so I have to go and check. Go into my own channel. This is riveting video, I'm sure, if this is actually broadcasting. It says I'm live. Oh, there I am. I can see myself on the old thinger. Okay. Let's talk about a few things. I am going to be doing a few live streams here tomorrow, or at least that is the hope that it's going to be happening tomorrow. One that everybody can enjoy. It's really awkward because there's a time delay of about 3 or 4 seconds that I'm noticing, and that's really throwing me off. Tomorrow, I want to do one for the general public and then one for my Patreon supporters to go and watch if they so choose. So I'm just testing this out. What it used to be like on YouTube is that you could just go to this live tab on your channel page and I could just say, I'm broadcasting now, and then start interacting with people. And now you have to use this third party thing called OBS software, which is what a lot, I think, at least from what I can understand, is what a lot of Twitch gamers use because you can do a bunch of effects. You can, um, what's the word? Be playing video games and like kind of switch back and forth. You're basically a live controller at the exact same time. So I had to figure out how that all works together. Man, I use my fingers or my hands quite a bit. I wanted to wish everybody a very happy new year, though. There's one person watching, apparently, which is probably me. I'm only what I love playing with myself. Um, this year has been very interesting. I think the talk has been about how just awful of a year it's been for celebrities passing away, and definitely we've seen some of the bigger ones, trundle off into the darkness. Uh, for me, the biggest ones were probably David Bowie and Carrie Fisher, but also Debbie Reynolds the day after Carrie Fisher, just because I am a huge, and I mean ridiculously huge fan of Singing in the Rain. So uh, there's that, but I also thought 2016 was this watershed moment as far as media goes. uh, Advertisers for the first time spent more money on online than they did for traditional media like TV or movies, which is, I think, very key. I think this is definitely where the industry is going, and the writing has been on the wall for that for a long, long time. The other thing about it is that this has also sort of been happening over the last few years. I thought, this is my own personal opinion, of course, all of this is personal opinion, that by far television was much more interesting than what movies were. We had such things like, for me, again, I don't have to qualify this, but we had Stranger Things, the sixth season of Game of Thrones, Westworld premiered. I thought there were strong seasons in Orange is the New Black. I thought that what other TV shows was I watching? Uh, there's a lot of stuff online on Netflix. I've been hearing good things about Man in the High Castle. Haven't had a chance to check that out yet. But there's all this great content on television, and yet for the first, I'm going to say 3/4 of the year, there wasn't a whole lot of great movie content going on. It took a while in this last month as the road to the Oscars is starting to ramp up. That's where you're noticing this a lot of output going for film. So it's good to actually see that. Just gonna close this. Oh, I can actually see the chats coming in here now. Can I reply directly to this person? Nope, sure can't. I'm going to type something in. Thanks for coming by, Ingo. Hopefully I'm saying your name correctly. Uh, Today I went and saw La La Land, which in many ways is the whitest of movies that I could have went and see. But as a fan of musicals in general, but also having this kind of love affair with films from the 1940s, 50s, and 60s, especially when it comes to those big budget musicals like An American. If I can I've been drinking wine, so maybe I shouldn't have been testing this live stream today. But An American in Paris, there's Funny Face. What ones am I forgetting? All like the Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire movies that I loved. Uh, this is a callback to those types of movies. It's a kind of loving letter, and I can see like there's been a lot of praise for the movie, but the detractors of the movie I don't necessarily disagree with, which is that it's a very uh, the main characters are these struggling artists who, somewhat spoiler alert, eventually get what they want. They definitely struggle through years and years and years of hardship, and it's hard to watch in some cases, and it feels very important and real, and like this movie showing the artist struggle, and then they kind of end up getting what they want in the end, which to some feels disingenuous, and to me it's kind of like, well, that's the somewhat uplifting ending that all of these older musicals go through, where everything looks like it's lost and not working, and then all of a sudden it all happens in happy ending, and we kind of sing off into the sunset. The other thing it does very, very well is that there used to be this concept of I believe the term is a dream play that happened in musicals. Gene Kelly did this a lot in his stuff, where it was this no singing, it was just a lot of kind of ballet, um, uh, just nice visuals going on that it kind of ended the movie or happened somewhere in the middle of the movie. And this movie ends with that concept and that idea. It still subverts the kind of traditional musical, and that it's kind of a downer ending at the end of the day, but uh, it's not completely without hope either. Um, oh, my video quality is blurry. Yes, it will be blurry. I'm not using my regular camera. This was just a test. So I'm just using my laptop camera, which is why you're probably noticing a very degraded video quality here right now. But this is just me testing so that for tomorrow, when I actually do this for real, I'll use a better webcam. Hopefully, it'll still not probably be the best. It'll probably be in 720, is what I'm going to guess. But thank you for calling that out. You're right. It's not in the best quality. I'm here kind of half in the dark, celebrating New Year's Eve alone, drinking wine over there in the corner. I'll probably sign off here in just a few moments. Um, and what else? Oh, well, tonight I watched Back to the Future 2, and it's been a long time since I've watched that movie. I normally, if I ever find myself not being invited or just not wanting to go anywhere on New Year's Eve, which is most years because I really hate going out on New Year's Eve, I usually watch Back to the Future 1, and this year I decide I'm going to switch things up a bit. I'm going to watch Back to the Future 2, and I don't think it holds up all that well, to be honest. I love the first movie. I think it does hold up. You can watch that movie every Sunday and it would still be fantastic. The second one, I'm not convinced that it's like the best of movies. It feels almost to me like it was a fan uh, fiction that then became a movie. There's still some fun parts. I mean, you have the self-tying sneakers, you have the Jaws 19 gag, which I think is pretty funny. But overall, it's more tedious, I think, than great, which is kind of disappointing. For I think the whole two people that are watching here right now, what are your not necessarily hopes, but are there any resolutions that you're making for the new year? Is there anything that you want to try to accomplish in the new year? For me, it's going to be a really interesting time. I'm a little bit nervous in a way because I'm going to be trying to venture out and owning my own business, and that's a new thing I've never tried out before. So either going part-time or quitting the job that I currently have is going to be a really big deal because A, it won't have a normal check coming in the mail. I'm going to have to try to make this other thing work, and then paying for mortgages, trying to eat at the same time is I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. But my hope is that everything is gonna work out okay. I still want to create. I'm gonna be making videos every week as I normally do. I'm gonna really try to make more documentaries. The last couple have seemed to be well received. And the other thing that is coming up in the documentary realm is I did this thing 3 years ago. I don't know if anyone's familiar with the 7 Up series. Um, Hello, Connor, who just said hello to me in the chat. Uh, if you're familiar with the 7 Up series, there's a bunch of British films where they kind of went back to these same kids. They started, I believe, at age what would that be? I'm going to say age 6 or something like that. And then every 7, oh no, it was age 7. So age 7, and then every 7 years they return to those same people to show them where they were. And they're actually up to, I think, age 52 was the last documentary that came out here a couple years ago. It's just a fascinating portrayal. And I wanted to do kind of a similar thing in that I wanted to kind of peek into my life every few years. So I made this documentary that was about 20 minutes long 3 years ago, and now it's time to reconnect with myself to see what's changed, and with the friends that I chose to be interviewed, what's going on with them as well. So I don't know where that's going to take me. This is only the second time I've been doing it, but I'm hoping that grows out and out as much as I can. Oh, you met me at the skate park in the summer. Possibly remember you, Connor. I remember there being a few kids around. That's pretty cool. I was in bubble wrap. Yes, I was. I was trying to be funny. I don't know if I succeeded, but that was what I was trying to do. What does Ingo say? If I make resolutions, I don't do that on January 1st. So I don't do that on January 1st, but when it's needed. Oh, I see. I've had the same way. I used to years ago. Well, actually, for the last 3 years, I usually on January 1st made a note on my phone of like, these are the 10 things I want to accomplish in the year. Not so much that I thought I was going to accomplish all 10, but it was kind of motivate me to try and go towards those goals. So a lot of times, like, some of the things I would accomplish, some of the things I get half accomplished, some of the things I wouldn't accomplish at all. But it was just kind of keeping me honest, a way to try and build myself a goal in mind for myself. Where is the video? That video was posted so long ago, Connor, but let me do some quick Googling, and I'm pretty sure I could probably find it for you fairly easily. That was really fun. Me and my friend Matt, he's a great skateboarder, and I kind of wanted to try and build it into a series of some kind, but it's hard to find other people that I want to go and find, in that I wanted people to teach me how to do things that I couldn't do. So he taught me how to skateboard. I still couldn't really do it like at all, but it was really fun trying to skateboard and me failing over and over and over again. Da, 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 da. Yep, that's way back. Let me go back into the summertime. My videos here before my live show. Oh, here we are. Actually, no, a little bit before that. First Time Skateboarder is what the video is called on my channel. I'm going to paste that into the link down here, though. Let's see if they let me do that. Yeah, so I just posted the link. That is the video of me trying to learn how to skateboard. That was fun. I took a bunch of different things this year. I pushed myself to make what we call the clog, or the Kyle's log. For every week I make a bunch of videos. I have a feeling that I'm going to get to week 52 and then stop doing those. That's my current plan, because I made a commitment to do it for a year, and I want to try and do it for an entire year, so I'm going to try and do that. But I'm not every week am I all that impressed with my output in that. So we'll see if I keep doing those. I have a feeling not, although I still want to keep doing 2 videos a week, so I might just do 2 different types of videos. One maybe just a traditional vlog, another one something else. I'm always thinking, it's really difficult for me in that I get so bored by doing the same thing that if after I do it for a couple months, it's like, okay, now it's the next challenge. I have to do something different now. And then go on from there. Okay. Well, this has been fun, testing this out. There's a lot of analytics that are showing up here on the side of my screen, so it's interesting trying to look at that and do a live stream all at the same time. I'm going to probably sign off here then. What I was going to say is that, so tomorrow, I wish I could give an exact time, but I don't really know what the time is going to be yet. But tomorrow at some point, most likely in the afternoon, so afternoon Mountain Standard Time, I want to do like about 30 minutes of just traditional live stream, topics, me talking, hopefully interacting with some people in the chat. And then for my Patreon subscribers, I will probably go for another half an hour to 45 minutes, maybe up to an hour of just chatting and talking back and forth to see how that goes. There is another person who just started watching. Who's this third person who just started watching my video? I will wait until you identify yourself. Just sit here in silence and stare right into the camera until you tell me who you are. You don't have to tell me who you are. This is totally cool to be anonymous. So here's the bullet points. Live shows tomorrow. I had a good 2016, although, not dying is always a good thing. The something else is where you hooked me, by the way. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So sometimes it's good to do something else. It's always interesting to know. I'm a small time YouTuber. I already said I was going to sign off like 2 minutes ago and still haven't. I just noticed. Doesn't matter. As a small time YouTuber, I don't get a lot of feedback a whole lot of the time. In that I do get comments on pretty much every single video I upload, but at the same time, people are not like the ravenous fans of being like, like tell me like everything about you, or getting hounded on Twitter or anything like that. So it's interesting to find how people found me in the first place, and why you continue to watch. And I guess in the second place, my one big ego trip was one year when I was at VidCon, when somebody actually approached me and was like, "Are you Kyle?" And I was like, "Yeah." It's like, "Oh, I watch your videos." I felt so weird. I'm like, "Really?" And it took all of my self-control to be like, not to say why. That was like 2 or 3 years ago when I had I don't know, like 400, maybe 300 subscribers at that point. And for whatever reason, I don't know what has happened, but I have like gained like 20 people like in the last 2 days. So something somewhere is registering with somebody else. A quick little sneak peek, because this is going to drive the viewers. I'm hoping it will anyways. I'm going to be reviewing 3 books that I read here this coming Thursday. And spoiler alert, I haven't actually finished the 3rd book yet, but it's all books that have been written by YouTubers in the past year. So that should be fun. Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, yeah, I'm sure Google does know who the person is. I'm not being notified who that is, which is probably a good thing, so I can't go hound other people. Okay, so for real this time, thank you so much for watching this live stream on this New Year's Eve. Hopefully 2017 is a great time for everyone here. And we'll see you very, very soon. And I just realized that I have no idea how to end this. Let's see if I can figure that out as I fumble along here. Stream health. Oh, that's right. I just go back to my OBS software and stop. All right. Have a great night, everyone. I'll see you soon.